I can just not get enough of filming outside at the moment. I'm just loving the weather we are having in the UK right now. It is absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, hello everyone, a big welcome back to my channel. I bring you tea. Today I'm going to be focusing on something that I equally feel is important to discuss, and something that I feel like should be discussed. All of those things are equal reasons why I'm making this. Weight loss is something that is spoken about a lot on my channel because my weight has kind of been like, woo! Throughout the years I've been on YouTube, I've been big, I've been small, I've been medium. There was a point where I wasn't curvy, but I think I have mostly been curvy. So like, most of you probably know me as curvy, but something that is said quite a bit on my channel is you've lost so much weight, or you've gotten bigger, or like, I know some of you are going to say, oh, like she's about to have a rant about that, but no. Like, it's fine if you mention my weight at the point in time, because I don't get offended about weight comments as much as I used to. In fact, I don't think I do at all anymore, because my weight is so bloody everywhere. I would be much more insulted by somebody calling me ugly, like saying I've got weird eyes or like a weird nose, but that's only because weight is something I can change, and weight is something I know changes a lot on me, so people will mention that. And that's cool. And you've probably noticed, like, I can go a week of having the flu or something and I'm just not eating a lot, and I will lose weight so quick. However, I gain weight even faster. So I can go a week eating really badly because I'm just having like a bad time. I eat when I'm sad. So I can go through a bad week and I will gain weight. Weight will find me no matter how far down the fridge I hide. But no, I want to talk about this because it's a topic which I've mentioned on my channel before, and it's probably one of my most viewed videos was my weight loss journey videos, where I discuss how I lost weight, and I discussed my weight loss journey, which some of you were incredibly inspired by, and I still thank you for that. And part of me always thinks about this every now and again, like, have I let people down? Like, do those people who liked that video, liked what I had to say then, do they not believe me anymore because I don't follow the same rules or whatever? But I, without a doubt, still believe everything I told you in those weight loss videos. They're really old now, and in fact, the videos where I'm talking about weight loss is when I was at my smallest, at my skinniest. However, I wasn't at my happiest, and I came to learn a lot of things when I lost weight. Let me just have a sip because this is going to get deep. I learned a lot of things. This is going to sound very cliche, but it took me quite a while to learn that losing weight wasn't going to make me happy. And I realized this when I reached a weight where I actually found I was wearing almost the smallest sized clothing in the UK that you can get, like in a high street shop, like not at all. But I was at a size that my sister was at, and my sister's always been known to be like slim and small and slender. And I was wearing these clothes I could finally fit. And I thought to myself, I'm still sucking my stomach in when I take videos. I'm still trying to get a good angle that shows less fat. I'm still obsessing, you know, obsessing over how I look. And it took me a while to realize that actually this weight loss that I thought was going to make me happier isn't making me happier. Although I was proud of what I did, I don't say that losing weight isn't the answer, because if you feel like that will hugely benefit your life, then do it. Like, although I'm telling you now weight loss wasn't making me happy, that's only because I was losing weight for the wrong reason. I was losing weight because I thought that people would accept me more at a smaller weight and that would make me happy. I was losing weight because I was actually quite sad. Like, in that point in my life I was sad, and I thought that for some reason I just thought that, I don't know, making myself more attractive to people would make me happier. Another thing, which you may not believe me when I say this, but another thing was that when I reached the weight that I did actually aim for, I didn't really like how my body looked. This is going to sound stupid, but bear with me. When you lose weight, you look at other people that you want to look like, and you look at pictures of them, take them as an inspiration, and you say, my body's going to look like that if I stop eating all this junk, or I'm going to look like that if I keep doing this exercise every night. And you have this like body image goal, but people don't really consider the fact that you may not necessarily look like that woman who you're aiming to look like when you lose that weight, because everyone's body is just shaped differently. And I remember looking in the mirror and like, I realized my curves are going, like my boobs are going. The fact that they were going / gone. Made me really sad. Not because like I felt less, I don't know, sexy or anything, but just because my clothes didn't fit me as well as they used to. Like, I used to enjoy the fact that my boobs like made dresses look nicer, my hips made dresses look nicer, or my thighs made do you know what I'm saying here? Like, I just kind of felt a little bit like a lamppost. And although I'm not saying anything is wrong with those types of bodies, what I'm saying is I had my mind in a place where I was picturing the end result as something which wasn't necessarily going to happen, and it made me miss how I was. I guess it could count, like, if you're a bigger person and you want to start getting into bodybuilding, and once you do it you realize that it just doesn't sit on you right, it just doesn't look right on you. And I'm trying really hard not to offend anyone when I say this, but what I'm trying to get at is it can be a shock when you realize what it is that you've worked towards isn't necessarily what you get, and it suddenly makes you feel like you're kind of a bit confused and in a body that isn't yours. And I just remember looking at pictures and being like, I still don't like how I look because I don't have this, I don't have that. So I was sacrificing some of my body fat and then getting something in return, like really, like, I found that my face didn't look as like full and nice. Like, I have these quite chubby cheeks, okay, and they just went, and like I looked quite gaunt. I can't explain what I mean, but I just wasn't as happy in myself. So when I'd lost the weight, really good things started happening to me in my personal life, and I just got happier in general, and that made me focus less on my weight loss because I was more happy. And then I started like introducing like normal food back into my life and not exercising as much, and that goes to show that this sadness I was feeling was kind of being, all the energy from that sadness was being put into self-harming my body, because I was like telling myself I can't eat these things and that, telling myself off for doing certain things. And as soon as that happiness came back to me, like there was more stuff going on in my life, I didn't feel the need to do that anymore. And surely that just goes to show that the reason I was doing it in the first place wasn't correct. That being said, like I said, I still fully like agree with what I said back then, but that's only if your mindset is in the right place, and if you're losing weight because you want to like just live a healthier life, or you want to live a longer life, you want to get into fitness, you want to go down a dress size because it will make you feel more confident. Like, all I'm saying is do it for the right reasons. I didn't have a goal anymore, so I kind of just like didn't really feel that buzz anymore from standing on scales and saying, oh, I've lost 2 more pounds. There was nothing telling me that I had to be more healthy, because when I looked in the fridge, I didn't think I probably shouldn't have that because otherwise I'm not going to lose weight this week, because my goal wasn't to lose weight anymore. So nowadays, I'm obviously not losing weight. I mean, you can tell. I'm at a place now where yes, I could shed a few pounds off. There are some clothes I get into and I'm like, this was not this tight before, or I just feel like I would be a lot more confident without some of my belly fat. But I know belly fat is like my hardest thing to get rid of. It's like the last thing that comes off of me. First it's boobs, bum, legs, stomach, and that's a fact. Everyone loses their weight in different places first and second and third and blah blah blah. But yeah, I have loads of curves, and I'm proud of that, because I know now that I feel like I look nicer and healthier when I've got a bit of cushion, you know. That's just something I've learned about myself. These days I'm not aiming to lose weight. I aim not to feel crap, basically. I know when I'm going downhill, and I know when I'm putting on weight, because I just start feeling really pants, and I wake up in the morning feeling full and bloated and just grim. And these days I'm not working out to the extent of like, okay, now it's workout time like I used to, put on my gym clothes, use gym videos, and they used to be really helpful. I don't do that anymore, but I always make sure I'm walking places. I'd much rather walk than get a lift somewhere. I actually enjoy spending the weekend going for walks, or like I actively make sure I'm making more choices that involve movement, you know, going out for a walk with friends or family or my boyfriend or whatever. I'm gonna feel much better tonight, like that evening, for example. I work on it in a sense where I know it's going to affect my mood, because now I've learned that weight loss before wasn't actually about my body, it was more about my mental health. I now know that I should be focusing on that, like what makes me happy as a person, eating fresher and doing a little bit more exercise. And I don't eat as fresh as I used to. A lot of you will know that I used to talk about certain things I did, like brown bread and loads of fruit and veg, and I do not eat as much fruit and veg as I used to. I also currently calorie count, and some people won't recommend that, and they say it's a bad thing to calorie count because you become obsessed and it shouldn't be about the calories, it's what you're eating. I get that, but for someone like me who finds it hard to judge how much I'm supposed to be eating a day, I sort of need to, in a way. And I think the only way I'll ever not be unhealthy is if I calorie count. Like, I calorie counted throughout all my weight loss journeys, and that helped, evidently. Like, if you watch my weight loss video, I used to weigh a lot more than I do now. I lost quite a few stone. Can't remember how many, but you can watch that video if you want to. And honestly, to me, I don't like specifically make sure I'm at the exact correct calorie count. What I do is basically think to myself, wait, how many calories have I had today? And if I know that, I can judge what my dinner should be, like what my meal should be next, because otherwise I will just kind of like, I will just forget. I'll be like, I've been pretty good today. And then you sort of judge by that. And then you think, actually, you may think you've done good because you ate a cheese salad, but have I actually looked into how much cheese was in that salad and how many I've done that before. I think, oh, I've had this and this is healthy stuff, but when you actually look at the calorie intake, it's not as healthy as you think it is. I think the point I'm trying to get at here is that now I am focused on how I feel, not necessarily how I look or numbers on the scale. I think about the fact that I know I'm going to eat this bag of crisps and love it at this point in time, but it's probably going to make me feel a little bit rubbish. However, if I've done a week of good fresh eating, or maybe not necessarily fresh, but like low calorie eating, like I've kept to my calorie intake of the week, then I don't feel as bad about eating crap on a Saturday. And I still live to that mentality. I used to do a cheat day once a week, or you can even have cheat weekends, but I still do that. I still think, no, I don't feel like I deserve this takeaway, because I need to look after myself a bit more. I don't want to like give myself all this bad food, because it will affect my mood and also my body, which equally affects my mood, because I can just see it looking not as healthy. Yeah, my opinions on a lot of it hasn't changed, but I just want people to like ask themselves whether they are doing weight loss for the right reason, and to make sure that they are, and they're not doing it for like a punishment, which I feel I was. And no number through the scales or your clothing size will give you happiness. However, it will give you healthiness, which is always a great thing. But do not be discouraged when you reach the number that you were wishing for and suddenly feel as though that goal was a big waste of time, because you're not feeling that happiness that you thought was going to come with it. There is no guaranteed happiness with a clothing size. The happiness that you're searching for should be looked at first, because there is something there which needs to be reevaluated, if that's the right word. You need to start asking yourself what it actually is you are looking for. And 9 times out of 10, I think it is acceptance. Like, people think making them lose weight will help them get a partner, or if they feel like they don't fit in society because they're not the right shape. That is acceptance. You don't feel like you're being accepted. Or even to get that dream job you want, you feel as though you can't get it at the size you are. That's acceptance. Learn to accept yourself and love yourself before you lose weight for other people. The acceptance of other people will not equal to love for yourself. That comes first, and then working on yourself comes afterwards. You know? I don't know. This was a waffle. Thank you for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I'm on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, so follow me on all those, and I will see you for my next video. Bye guys.